Welcome back to this, my favourite Basics of Buddhism topic, the 10 Worlds. We left part 1 having talked about the lower 6 life states, so let's get straight to it. So let's refresh our memory of the lower 6 worlds. The 4 higher worlds are characterised by the fact that one needs to make effort to reveal them from within one's life. So let's start part 2 with learning. Learning is a condition in which one seeks some skill, lasting truth or self-improvement through the teachings of others. The negative side of learning is the tendency to become self-centered, to cut off from the daily realities of life or develop a dismissive attitude towards others with less knowledge. And then realization? Realization or absorption is a state in which one discovers a partial truth through one's own observations, efforts and concentration. The worlds of learning and realization are closely related. People in these states can become arrogant and self-centered. And next we come to the life state of Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is a condition in which one not only aspires for personal enlightenment, but devotes oneself to relieving the sufferings of others through compassionate and altruistic actions. Even this state can have a negative aspect, the tendency towards self-sacrifice, acting merely from a sense of duty and with resentment. And then we come to the highest life state, Buddhahood. Buddhahood is the highest of the 10 worlds, a condition of pure, indestructible happiness which is not dependent on one's circumstances. It is a condition of perfect and absolute freedom, characterized by boundless wisdom, courage, compassion and life force. Each of the 10 worlds possesses all 10 worlds and has the potential to reveal any of the others at any moment. This means that we have the capacity to reveal our Buddhahood from the first moment we begin to chant. As we practice, we make Buddhahood the dominant state of our lives, as it acts as a kind of filter, revealing the positive aspects of the other 9 worlds, from hell to Bodhisattva. We call this the mutual possession of the 10 worlds. Each are ways that we respond to what is going on in our lives. We have each one of these states latent in our lives. It is just a question of how and when they are stimulated and become manifest. But it's so much more complicated than that, isn't it? We go through so many emotions, depending on our actions, our thoughts, and how our environment responds to us. For starters, we are not fixed in one world as used to be the thought hundreds of years ago. This is a vital aspect of the 10 worlds. As long as we are aware of their mutual possession, we can use the principle of the 10 worlds to instantly change our life state. For example, sometimes I wake up and I can't function. My mind is just so clouded and heavy, and I need to stay in bed. But applying the principle of the mutual possession of the 10 worlds, it means I don't have to lay there for days on end, waiting for the dark cloud to pass over me. In fact, the moment I start to think positively, my whole being, my whole environment goes in the direction, and I'm already winning. No, I've already won. So what is the positive aspect of me laying in bed not being able to function? Well, in a particularly bad, tough, negative period of my life, I felt I couldn't go on anymore. I felt like there's no point in living. And it was at that point I was encouraged by what they said was, because you suffer so much, you will become the happiest, and then you will be able to help others that are in the same boat who feel that they can't go on anymore. Also, my mind and my body is telling me to rest, that I need some quiet time, that I need to decompress. And that's good, isn't it? If I ignored that and try to push, sometimes it makes me feel worse. And where's the wisdom in that? I've done that before, and I've ended up in a mental hospital. So using my wisdom now, because I've chanted for so long, I am able to view this as a positive. Anyway, my main point here is that at that moment I'm able to change my life state from hell into maybe realization, and at that given moment, my whole life will be, my whole being will be heading in that direction, and I've already won. This is where the principle of 3,000 realms in a single moment of life comes in. The most important aspect of this principle is to ask this question: what is in my heart right now? What life condition am I in at this moment? Is it hell, hunger, or anger? This principle says that there are 3,000 possibilities in this moment, and in the next moment another 3,000 possibilities. What life condition then would I like to be in? Would I like to be in a life condition of Buddhahood? This is the importance of the single moment. Looking at the principle of the 10 factors might help us explain the importance of the single moment. The 10 factors are common to all life in any of the 10 worlds. They analyse life in terms of the elements that are common to all phenomena, and explain the consistent way in which cause and effect functions in people's lives to give rise to these different life states. Tiantai also explained that at each moment this process is happening in each of us as individuals, and also in those people around us and in the place where we live. He described these 3 aspects of the individual, society and our environment as 3 distinct yet interconnected realms. So why 3,000? How did we get to that number? Well, each of the 10 life states contain the other 10, making 100, times that 100 by the 10 factors, making 1,000. And finally, we times that 1,000 by the 3 realms, making 3,000 realms in a single moment of life. Who kept up with that? It's a lot to get our heads around, isn't it? It's quite mind-blowing in places, but I hope I made sense of it, and I hope that you understood it. The whole aim of this, I think, is that we become aware of our life state. For me, it makes me feel more aware of how I'm affecting the world around me, as Sensei says. Each human life, together with its environment, is an expression of the fundamental life force of the entire cosmos. It follows that any change in the inner life condition of a single human being can, at the deepest level of life itself, exert an influence on other human lives. I think it's important to point out that yes, we view the 10 life states as a list. It's not like a ladder where Buddhahood is at the top and hell is at the bottom. At any given moment, we can be in any of the life states, can't we? And I think that empowers us to put effort into our daily lives. So happiness doesn't come easy to some. Absolute happiness truly takes effort. So in order to keep in a high life state, we have to be aware of which life state we're in and put that effort in. Even if we establish Buddhahood as our fundamental life tendency, we will still continue to experience the joys and sorrows of the other 9 worlds. However, they will not control us, and we will not define ourselves in terms of them. Based on a life tendency of Buddhahood, our 9 worlds will be harmonized and function to benefit both ourselves and those around us. Okay, I think that's a good way to end. I don't know about you, but my head's done in. I feel that I might need to lay down after this. There are loads more basics of Buddhism topics that I haven't yet covered, and I will do, so look out for those. In the meantime, please consider subscribing, help support this channel, and help me create even more value. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to all your comments. I love hearing your experiences, so keep them coming, and see you soon. Come follow me on Twitter and Facebook, search Nigel the Buddha, and I will see you next time. Until then, happy chanting. I think it's important to point out that, yes, we tend to view the 10 life states as a list, don't we, with hell at the top. It's really not at the top. I'll do that again. Let's go on the blooper reel. Oh, damn. Been up since 4 o'clock doing this. 4 o'clock AM.